Good day everyone, my name is Okon Samuel Victor. Welcome to my YouTube channel Victor the Analyst. So today we're going to be looking at data to story, like how you can transform analysis to impactful presentation. Now if you are a BA data analyst, it's not about doing your analysis and doing the dashboard, the technical part of things. You still need the soft skills to be able to communicate your findings to stakeholders. And how do you do that? You actually do that into you actually get your findings and put it into like a slide or a presentation. So in this tutorial, I'm going to guide you on how you can convert your insights and make it into like a presentation so that it can be actually digestible for stakeholders to actually bring in. So now what you're going to be learning, you will learn how to structure your presentation, you learn how to create an impactful presentation for stakeholders, and finally you will learn what is needed to be in your report. So stick with me and we are going to walk you through this process. So I'm going to break the tutorial into two parts. The first part is going to be how you need to structure your presentation, what needs to be in your presentation, and I will teach you how you're going to create the report itself. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I will encourage you to do so. Subscribe and hit on that notification bell, and please like the video to actually help the algorithm to make other people watch my video. Thank you very much. Data analysis reports as a structure is what do you want to say it, and you do the call for action. You understand? So the first one that you have, what do you want to say? This is where you have your action, your objective, and the outline. Then you have the next one, say it. That's where you actually draft out your insights. Then the call for action is the recommendation. So this is how the main structure look like. So I'm going to move on to the next part where I'm going to show you all this in a sample of a report that was done by me. Then we'll move on to the second part where we're going to do the report itself. So stick around with me. All right, let's get started. So this is a sample of your presentation. So I'm going to walk you through on what needed to be in your presentation. The first one is your title page. This is the title page. Then the second part should be your action. So what's the meaning of action? Action has to do with just like your recommendation. You know, when telling a story, now we are telling a story with our data. Data analysis is just as if you are telling a story, like you're actually getting your findings and your insights, so you want to tell a story with it. You understand? So in our normal film, you understand, normal play, you understand, you know that when the film started, it's going to start from the beginning, whereby they will actually introduce the cast. From introducing the cast, it goes to the climax. From the climax, then it comes down. But in data analysis, when you're telling a story, you start from the end. So because now we as your stakeholders don't really have the much time to actually wait, and you just need to go straight to the point that okay, yes, this is what you need to be done. Like take for example now, if I'm a business owner and I come to your report, I should be able to, from the first instance, I should be able to know that okay, in this meeting, this is what I'm trying to get in this meeting. Just like you telling me that okay, yes, I can tell you how you can make a 30% increase in your sales by doing this and that. You understand? So you are bringing your recommendation to the beginning. So but we don't call it recommendation in the beginning, we call it action, what is needed to be done. So when you bring that to the beginning part, you understand, which is your action, then you move on to your agenda. Your agenda could be like, your agenda is the table of contents, what you want to talk about. This is actually what you want to talk about. Then the next part is the objective. Objective is what do you want to do and why did you do it. You understand? That is the objective of the project itself. That is the objective of the project. Objective could be like, what is the project and why did you carry out the project. You understand? Now after the objective, you go to the challenges. The challenges is just like the problem that was spotted. Probably if you are solving a problem, the problem that you spotted in the analysis, probably you actually saw that there was a delay in shipments and things like that. But if you are not trying to solve a problem, probably you're just doing like a descriptive analysis, definitely you don't need to have a challenges. You understand? But if it's like you worked on a diagnostic analysis to actually get out what was the cost of certain things, that's when you need the challenges part. Now the next one is your data overview. You need to just bring in your data overview. The data overview is just like an overview of your data set. You understand? How many years is it? The total revenue, and where was the data gotten from, etc., like that. Now the other part is the insights. So after your data overview, I'll talk about the insight. Your insight is your findings. These are actually what that was gotten from your data set. You understand? Then these are your findings, the findings. Then from your findings, you go to your key insight summary. Now, key insight summary is like the important part of your findings that you need to reinforce to your stakeholders that, okay, fine, this is the key part of our analysis that is going to help us solve that certain problem. So that just like just like you're saying that presentation is actually like this. Say what you want to say. What do you want to say it, and say it all over again. You understand? So we are saying it all over again. We are reinforcing them like, okay, yeah, this is what you need to be doing. Now in your presentation, it is less of text and more of graphics, because now you actually want to, it's less text and more of pictures in the sense that you're actually creating making the data that actually stick to the memory of your audience. You understand? It's not about, you don't need to bring in, I used to see a lot of presentation whereby people will bring in a lot of write-offs and stuff like that. You don't need to do that. Just bring in pictures and you are good to go. Now the last part is your recommendation. Recommendation is the call for action, what you want the stakeholders to do. Yeah, you understand? The last part is the recommendation, what you want the stakeholders to do. So now we'll move on to the second part of our video, where I will teach you how we are going to do this and create this our report. So what will happen is that I will not go through every part. I'll actually skip some parts. I'm just going to do page 1, page 2, page 3, and down to this part, then I'll stop. So every step that I'm going to carry here is actually a repetitive task. It's not going to be like something that is going to be a repetitive task. You understand? So I'm not going to stop at from page 1 to page 5. You understand? So you, from there, everything you learn here in this, from page 1 to page 5, you can actually use it to create your own presentation. The whole idea is just to know how your presentation is being structured. All right, so stick around with me, and when we go back, we'll go to the second part of our video. Thank you very much.